From Newark, New Jersey, Harlan Coben is the master of the standalone thriller novel. Coben knows how to keep you guessing all the way until the end. And then just as you think you have it figured out, he hits you with one final test to leave you reeling for days. Coben's novels, including his Myron Bolitar series, are ones that you'll want to read multiple times. A good thriller author isn't necessarily someone who writes a good twist. It's someone whose work you can reread, even if you already know how it ends. Readers are able to easily do that with Coben's novels. It was difficult, but we've compiled a list of the top 5 Harlan Coben standalone novels. Number 5, Missing You. NYPD detective Kat Donovan is on an online dating site and she notices Jeff, her ex-fiance, is also on the site. She tries to contact him, but it doesn't work out. Donovan is then called to investigate a case where another woman is getting fleeced from the same dating site, and it appears it's Donovan's ex. Coben does a great job writing a strong female protagonist and the usual story that will keep you guessing, but with twists that retrospectively always make sense. Number 4, Just One Look. This is a great one where the idea and premise outshines the story itself, but it's still a great read. Grace Lawson, a regular mom, picks up a newly developed set of photographs, only to find a random one that doesn't belong. The photograph features 4 people who she can't identify. Her husband sees this random picture and then promptly leaves the house, gets in his car, and disappears. This book is one that will keep you guessing until the very last page. Number 3, The Woods. This is an excellent novel by Coben because anything dealing with events in the past is where Coben shines. This story is based on an event 20 years ago where Paul Copeland's sister was killed in the woods by an apparent serial killer, as were 3 other people. However, her body was never discovered. 20 years later, Paul is an Essex County prosecutor called to the morgue to identify a dead man. He recognizes the dead man as one of the other people who had apparently died 20 years ago in the woods. If he is found, could his sister be found too? Number 2, Tell No One. David Beck's wife died 8 years ago. At least, that's what he was told. Then he receives a message on his computer, and a phrase is within the message. The phrase is something only him and his wife would know, and it links him to a video that shows a woman who looks exactly like his wife. Is she still alive? And what happened on that night 8 years ago? Number 1, Gone for Good. 11 years ago, Will Klein's girlfriend was murdered in their basement. The apparent murderer? His brother and hero, Ken Klein. As the evidence against him mounds up, Ken vanishes. 11 years later, Will finds out that Ken is still alive and attempts to find out what happened that night. This is without a doubt the best Coben standalone novel, and it's one you should read immediately.